A lot of people are just now seeing the truth. A lot of people used to be atheists. A lot of people used to be agnostic. A lot of people used to be non-believers. They'd be like, "Oh, there's no such thing as God. Oh, I don't want to believe. Oh, the Bible's dumb. Oh, the Quran is dumb. Oh, all those people are crazy. All those people that go to church, they're being manipulated." And my thing is, yes, there's a certain truth to that. There are a lot of people being manipulated. Yes, a lot of it does it does get taken out of context. A lot of it is you know used to manipulate, hurt, harm, kill, enslave people. But it's one of those things where not all of it is complete violence. Not all of it is untrue. Not all of it is you know as bad as people make it seem. So the more accurate, or the more people tend to do the research and see that, oh, the end times mentioned in the Bible are happening. Oh, the end times mentioned in the Quran are happening. Oh, the end times that people used to always talk about are happening. It's one of those things where they tend to be more religious. It's one of those things where people are like, oh, back then I didn't believe because of this. But even science is getting closer to prove that we had a creator. Science can't tell you what happened before the Big Bang. Science can't tell you where we came from. Science can't tell you why physics are the way they are and why the universe has a lot of things that are fundamental. Science can't explain everything. And it's one of those things where science is getting closer to showing you that there is a creator, that there is a something that started it, there is something that got it and let it begin. And it's one of those things where more and more people from the science perspective, more and more people who are just non-believers or just didn't know about it, more and more people that are doing more research are just starting to believe. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's a good thing and a bad thing. Why? Because the more people that believe, the better it is for people. The more people that believe, the more people that are saved. The more people that believe, the better it is for society. Why? Because at the end of the day, when you have something to believe, when you have a reason to live, when you have people that are motivated and they have a purpose, you have people that are more productive. If I think that my life matters, and I think that my existence is important, I'm more likely to care about the things that I do. I'm more likely to go up and help you. I'm more likely to not harm you. I'm more likely to do whatever I can to make sure that I get into heaven, or do whatever I can to make sure that my time afterwards is positive rather than negative. And like I said, more and more people are waking up. And so, if you're ahead of the pack, good job. If you're not, you gotta do better. Why? Because there's so much research you can do. There's so many things that you can read. You can read the original Hebrew Bible to the King James version to the most edited Quran that just came out this year. There's so much research out there, and you can do so much research. And it's one of those things where you realize that at the end of the day, there has to be a creator. There has to be a God. And you realize that people like Jesus are pretty important. You realize that people like Muhammad are pretty important. And you realize that God, you see why so many people put God in the middle of their life. You see the reason why people believe as much as they do, as hard as they do, because there's a lot of things that come with it. Okay? And like I said, there are more and more people that are starting to believe. So that means the family is always going to be growing. When you subscribe to this channel, when you like this video, when you comment, whatever you like about it, it helps the algorithm. It helps more people discover it. It helps more people just become believers. It helps non-believers start to question why they don't believe. There's people that are believers that question their faith and end up becoming stronger believers, or become such a believer that they go and help somebody else. So it's one of those things where we can help each other. Okay, it's one of those things where if you believe, I believe, we can help somebody else believe. And like I said, we can all together think about, talk about, and imagine all the things that we disagree with, agree with, and all the things that we want to happen, all the things that have happened, and the way we feel about it. So like I said, at the end of the day, it comes down to more people are believing, and the people who believe their faith is getting stronger. And so at the end of the day, if you find this helpful, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment.